Welcome to my second episode on Master Your Tools in Pixellab for better idea generation. Okay, this will be the last episode. So if you have not watched the first episode, it is actually in my profile and it is also in the description of this video. I would like you to go check it out so you can follow up with other things we'll be doing in this particular video. Okay, so with no further ado, welcome to the Patrick Graphics, and in today's video I'll put you through in everything concerning the shapes, pictures, and all those things concerning objects. So let's get started with what we have for today. So what we are going to do is about shapes and also the pictures and importation of pictures, so everything concerning shapes and pictures. So now this particular tool here, this setting tool, is what concerns those things that we are going to do for today. So in the first tool here we have the stickers. In the stickers you can get some couple of stickers. If you need a sticker, you can use it to do anything you want depending on the purpose of what you want to use it for. Okay, in sticker we can get so many things that we want, like all these things. If you need them, you can get them in your sticker. Next one is to import. With the import tool, you can import image from your gallery to your Pixellab for design. Okay, that is it for import. To draw, you can use drawing tool to make a sketch, whatever you want. You can increase or reduce the size of the pen tool, increase the smoothness, fill inside so that inside will be filled, dash, it will be in dashes. Okay, remember you can always increase or reduce the size of this pen. Okay, you can add neon effect, you can increase or reduce the blurriness of the pen. Okay, these are many effects you can get in the draw tool. Okay, you can also erase. You can also erase using the eraser. Okay, there are many things you can do with this pen tool. Yes, with your creativity you can do a lot of things with this drawing tool. Yes, so the next thing we have is the shapes. If you tap on the shapes, we have many shapes. We have star, heart shape, triangle, circle, sphere. Like most of these shapes can be used to create many things in Pixellab, like many things. Okay, in shapes you have some other settings you can do, like increasing the radius, opacity. All these things you can do them in the editing shapes. Add color to it, all those things. Add stroke, opacity, reduce the opacity of the stroke, add color to the stroke, the blur, reduce. You can increase or reduce all these things. Okay, so this is about shapes. The third one is bezier. Bezier, you can use it to make sketch. It is very important when it comes to vectorization, especially when you are designing a logo with a smartphone. You can use the bezier tool to create many things, especially to vectorize or create or draw something with Pixellab. Okay, you can do many things with this bezier tool. If you want to make them to a particular way you want it to be, anyhow you want it to be, it will actually be that way. Okay, there are many things you can do with this particular tool. Okay, if you have finished drawing something, you can use the bezier tool to vectorize whatever you have drawn so that it will be realistic with Pixellab. Like you can create, if you want to cancel or delete a node, you can tap on this button and this node will be deleted. If I want to delete this node, tap here, it will be deleted. Okay, so there is many things you can do with the bezier tool. Okay, I wouldn't want to waste too much of our time on this, but I just want to let you know that you can use the bezier tool for vector. If I want to close this particular space, I can go ahead and tap here and it will be closed. As you can see, it is now closed. It is now closed here. Now I can add colors. I can add any color that I want. Any color that I want can be added. Okay, it is very easy to explore. You can check out the Bezier tool. It can be used for drawing, sketching, and also vectorization. The arrows here, you get many arrows. Anyone you want, you can go ahead and choose. You can use it for your designs. Okay, so let's continue. So this is about this particular bars here. So when you highlight a particular object, be it a picture or a shape, all these tools will show. These tools will show. Okay, so for shapes has this particular tool to edit shapes. You can actually go to edit shape and change the particular shape you are using. You can change it to whatever you want it to be. Increase the opacity, change color, whether gradient or single color, anyone you want. You can change many things. Add stroke width, opacity of the stroke. You can change color of the stroke and also the edge of the circle, how you want it to be, blurriness, and all those things can be added to the shapes. Okay, the next thing is the delete. If I want to delete it, I can go ahead and delete. If you want to undo, I tap on here, this on the undo icon, it will go back. The next thing, if I want to crop, I can go ahead and crop it out. And in this crop we have many other effects here, like all these things. I want it to be in square, you can crop this any dimension I want it to be, it is here. You can get it here. You can also use your hand to move it. Also, if you want it to shift anyhow you want it to be, if you want to lock it, if you want it to be a circle, if you want to change the dimension of that particular shape, whether horizontally or vertically, all these things are what you can do in your crop tool. Okay, I would like you to explore the crop tool. It is very easy to use and it can help you in creating many things with your smartphone. Okay, let's go ahead. The next one is copy tool. We have talked about this in our last video. It's all about duplicating. If I want to duplicate this particular object, I can go ahead, tap on this and it will be duplicated. Okay, it's about replicating objects. So the next one is the to front or to back. If I want to take this to the back, I'll tap on to back, it will go to back. I want to take it to the front, tap on to front, it will come to the front. Okay, yes, the reason why I can see through this thing is because I reduced the opacity when I was here. So if I increase the opacity, you will see that it's out. So then if I take it to the back, it can go to the back. If I bring it to the front, it can come to the front. Next one is position tool. Position tool helps you to move around your objects in different speeds. Okay, you can also use a hand, but where this particular position tool is important, it helps you make precisions. Okay, if you want to make it go slow, you want to drop a particular object at a particular spot, you can use the position tool to place it wherever you want it to be. Okay, you can increase the speed, reduce the speed, take to the left, to the right, up, down, anyhow you want it to be. The next one is the relative position. The relative position, you can use it to bring your object to a particular accurate position, maybe to the middle, to the right, left, up, down, anyhow you want it to be. Okay, this particular tool is very important as it can help you in creating many things with your smartphone in Pixellab. Another one is relative size. Use it to increase the size, both width, height, anyhow you want it to increase. Okay, you can use it to increase the size of your elements. You can also use your hand to do it, but one good thing about using the relative size is that you actually know the particular size of the object you are working with. That is it for relative size. Next one is color. I've talked about color when we are treating about text. So in colors, you can add colors to your shapes. You can add gradient color, you can add a single color, you can add many colors. Okay, I'll talk about more about color in another particular video tutorial as well. I'll be talking about color psychology, meaning of colors, how to use color combination, and everything concerning colors. But for now, let's continue explaining about our tools. The next one is texture. If I want to add texture to this particular shape, I can go ahead, tap on texture, and I will add my texture, whatever texture I want to add on it. The texture will be added. The reason it's not showing is because I activated the color tool. So if I deactivate it now, you see that the texture has shown here. Now if I go to texture, I can go ahead, give it a scale, wherever I want it to be, wherever I want it to show, I can do it. Okay, that is how it works. Texture helps you add color on top or add a picture on a shape. The next one we're going to talk about is opacity. I've talked many times about this opacity. It's about increasing or reducing the appearance or visibility of an object. Okay, this is a shape. And should the case is a picture, you can also increase or reduce the opacity. All these things I'm saying here also applies to pictures and other shapes. You can do all these things I've said so far with pictures and also with other shapes. Okay, so next one is color filter. Next, take for instance, I import an object here, and I want this object. Okay, so the same thing that applies here when it comes to all this position, relative size and relative position, color, texture, opacity also applies to the picture. And also, when I want to talk about this color filter, I can use the color filter, but due to it's a shape, you might not see the effect. But where this color filter has effect is on pictures. If I come to pictures, I can change the hue of this picture by increasing the hue or reducing the hue. Okay, I hope you can see the changes. These are the things you can do with Pixellab. You can increase the saturation, reduce it to black and white, anyhow you want it to be. You can increase the brightness, reduce the brightness, increase the contrast, anyhow you want it to look like. You can do it to your taste. Okay, you can do it to your taste. So that is it for color filter. Another one is stroke. You can add stroke to this element. You can add stroke to the element. You can add stroke when designing. I'm sure you must have seen something like this. You can add stroke to them. Even to shape, you can add stroke to them. You can change the color of the stroke however you want it to look like. You can do it. The next one is eraser. You can use the eraser to clean the parts you don't want to see in your design. Maybe you are manipulating or working on something, you can use the eraser to clean it off. Okay, you can use the eraser to clean it off. As you can see, do you see that effect? Yes, that is how it works. Okay, in the eraser tool, there are some sub tools in the eraser. Tools like this to increase the size of the eraser. Increase the size, reduce it, you see the eraser becomes smaller and smaller. Okay, these are different sides of the eraser. You can also increase the blurriness of the eraser. Okay, if you see that it's no longer blur, but when I increase it, it becomes blur. Okay, in a situation where you want the edges to be blur and you don't want it to have a definite cut, you can use the blurriness to do that. Okay, something like this. As you can see, here is more blur than here. This is what you can do with the eraser, especially when you want to blend a picture to a background. Here is increase the place you can hold it. If you want to, maybe you are trying to clean somewhere like here, you can increase the size of the holder so it will be long for you to hold it. You hold it and you use it to clean whatever you want to clean. Okay, let's go on. The next one we talk about the mask tool. The mask tool, just like when we talk about it in the text objects, it still works the same way. Okay, the mask tool can help you to cut out the place you don't want. Okay, you can use it to cut out places you don't want. Use this to move it around. Here you can remove nodes, check the size anyhow you want it to be. Okay, These are many things you can do with the mask tool, whether in or out, anyhow you want it. You can duplicate this, you can remove it, you can also add more mask, you can remove it. Many things you can do with the mask tool. Another one is the erase color. Erase color, you can use it to remove a particular color you don't want to see on a particular object. Let's take for instance, I don't want to see white on this color. When I tap on the eraser, it will erase. As you can see, white has been removed from here. For example, I want to remove orange. I can tap on this color picker here, this color picker, tap on it, then use this and pick the color I want to remove. I want to remove this color, I tap on OK, and I increase the tolerance. As you can see, that particular color will be removed, even though it is not 100% efficient, but you can use it to do many things. For example, you have two colors that are contrast to each other. Let me say black and gray. You can use it to remove the white and gray. You can use it to remove the white entirely and still leave the gray there. Okay, you can use it to remove background of some certain objects or icons, and it is very good while designing, as it helps you save time. Okay, that is about erase color. Another one is rotate. You can use it to rotate in different angles. You can also use your hand, but here helps you keep more precisions. Okay, that is it for angle. 3D rotate, you can use it to rotate in different 3 dimensions. That is about the 3D. Here is the 3D shape. You can add 3D shape to this particular effect. This thing I'm doing here also applies to shapes. All these things can be done or some of them can be done on shapes too. Okay, here we talk about 3D. We can do all these things here in 3D. Next one is perspective. You can also change the perspective of this anyhow you want it to look like. It will be that way for you. Okay, you do it to your taste, and it is always very cool when you do it very well. The next one is shadow. If I want to add shadow to this, I can go ahead and add shadow, increase the blurriness, reduce the blurriness, change color of the shadow, and also maybe increase it to the X offset or to the Y offset, anyhow I want it to your taste. You can do it. The next one is inner shadow. If I want to add inner shadow to this, I can go ahead and add inner shadow to it anyhow I want it to be. Take it to the left, to the right, anyhow I want it to be. It will be that way for me. Okay, this inner shadow helps very well. Okay, another one is the emboss. If I want to emboss this particular thing, I can go ahead and emboss it. Okay, even though this is an knuckles, don't mind all these things I'm using here in doing my designs. It's just for tutorial purpose. I know it doesn't look cool, but I'm making sure that you at least understand all the tools that we are going to use in making our designs in my subsequent videos. Okay, that is it about emboss. You can use it to add so many other effects like ambient light, hardness parameter, specular hardness, bevel, and so on. Like many things can be done here. So that is it concerning the tools of object. I'll tell you more. Okay, we come have this particular another tool talking about the background. This tool is everything concerning the background. If I want to save all these things if I want to change the color of this particular background to another, as this background that you are seeing here, to something else, I can come to background, change it to whether a gradient color, change it to whatever color I want. I can pick a color, any color I want, I can change it to it. Okay, if I want it to be transparent, if I want to save these things with transparent background, I can tap on transparent and go ahead and save. Okay, another one is image size. If you're working with a particular if you're working on a particular design and your client gives you a particular image size, maybe they tell you 3x4 or 4x, depending on the dimensions they gave you. It could be in centimeter, it could be in feet, it could be in pixel. Anyone they gave you, you can always go on Google, search on how to convert it from centimeter or feet to pixel. That is because in Pixellab it uses pixels to measure its measurement. So for example, this one we are using now is 4x4, and when it is converted to pixels, you see that it is 1280 by 1280. Okay, which is aspect ratio of 1:1. That is 4x4. Okay, so whatever size you are using to work on in your design, and maybe they gave you a specific ratio to work with, make sure you take it on Google and convert it to pixels so you can input it here, the width and the height, and use it to do your designs. Okay, we still have some other preset custom image size, like we have squares, custom profile picture, YouTube banner, channel banner, YouTube thumbnails, Facebook cover art. All these things are custom, like you can use it immediately. You can use them immediately. Okay, that is it for image size. Another one is image. This one is very good example. If you have a sketch of something you want to vectorize, you can come here, add image. Okay, you can add image to the background and write something on it. Okay, you can write something on these things. These things are images that are being set into the application. Another one, if you want the background to be an image from your gallery, you can go from gallery and then pick an image, whichever image you want. You can maybe pick this image and it will become your background. Okay, if you want it to be from camera, you can go ahead and tap on camera and take a shot. Okay, so that is it for this particular tools down here. Another one is here we can rotate it, the background, to any way we want it to be. Vintage, we can enable the vintage. All these things, you can also enable the noise. All these things are some of the effects. Stripes, all these things are some of the effects you can add to the background. Okay, that is it for background and all other things. So the next thing we'll be talking about now is how to save. For instance, you are done working with your work. How do you save? For you to save, you come up here, this place that they kept a save icon. You tap on it. They ask you, do you want to save as a project or do you want to save as an image? If you want to save as a project, you can go ahead, tap on open the project and write the project name. After writing the project name, you can go ahead and tap on save and saving. It says saving done. If you want to save as an image, you can go ahead, tap save as image. Then you come to this page that they wrote dimension, quality and dimension. Tap here and save as ultra. The reason I recommend you save as ultra is because ultra has the highest quality, and if you want to maybe print it, it will give you the highest quality. Okay, if you want to save it, you can go ahead and save. So I don't want to save because I actually did not create any design here, but if as soon as you tap your save to gallery, it will save direct to your gallery. Okay, I hope this was very helpful. So talking about other tools here, if you want to zoom in or zoom out, you can zoom in, zoom out using this tool. Okay, you can zoom in. After zooming in, you tap on the zoom icon, then you can start working with anything you want to work. If you want to take it to normal, you tap on this, tap here, and it will go back to normal. For you to continue working, you will deactivate it. So if you want to use the grid line, you tap here and you start using the grid line. If you want to edit where the grid line shows, you tap here, and you can edit whatever place you want the grid lines to be. Okay, well, some people actually don't know the use of this, but it's very helpful. It helps you to keep precision. Yes, for instance, if I activate this thing and I want to I want to make this thing to be touch, like if it comes here it will stop. Can you see? Like it will stop. It's very important. Like if you can use it to make the highest precision you want to make. It helps so much in design, especially when it comes to logo design with smartphone. Okay, that is it about grid lines. Here you have, when you tap here, you tap on the layers of everything you have been using to design. You can drag here down to bring this one down. You can bring it, take it up anyhow you want it. If you want to edit it, you can copy, increase the relative size, increase relative position, angle, bring to front, take to back. All these things are some of the effects that you can find in this particular tool. Okay, here is a shortcut that can take you to text, current date, sticker, shapes from gallery. That means in this particular shortcut you can just tap on text and text will come out. In the shortcut you can tap on current date and the current date will come out. In the shortcut you can tap on sticker, shapes. You can get a picture from your gallery from this particular place. Okay, as soon as you tap it, it will take you to your gallery. Okay, here so you can draw from here. Okay, this is more like a shortcut to many other tools. And here is about quotes. When you tap here, you can get many quotes. Okay, there are many things here you can do with all these things. I would like you to go back and maybe refresh all these things I've been talking about, because the more you know these tools, the easier for you to create any designs that you have in your mind. Sometimes the problem some people have is that they have good ideas but they don't know how to use the tools. But when you have a very good understanding on how the tools work, then you will be able to create as many as possible designs as you want. Okay, thank you so much for watching. If this is the first time of you coming to my channel, I would like you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also hit the notification bell so you will be the first person to get notified as soon as I drop my next video. I also appreciate a thumbs up to this video so that YouTube will share it to more people and help us reach more audience. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in my next video. And until next time, stay creative.